Alex Hayes, we've made it happen like really quickly.
Yeah, within like what, 2 hours?
I love. I was just saying. Yo, we good? Is this working? I was just saying before that I love a guy that can just show up and make it happen. I literally DM'd you like 2 hours ago driving home because I actually have been subscribed to your YouTube channel for. When did you do the Hawaii thing with JB?
Oh, that was last year. So like last November.
Yeah, okay. So I've been subscribed to your YouTube channel since then because it was pretty heavy what you were doing on that shore break there.
Yeah,
so I was like, this kid's fucking, he's legit. So.
Yeah, I still got sand in my hair somewhere.
Dude, how did that whole thing come up? Like, so you, to paint the picture for people that don't know, is it safe to say you're a YouTuber and then now you're moving into like the DJ stuff, but you're like an online kind of dude, I guess would be like the way to describe you, right?
Yeah, there's no real like term, is there? It's like, I mean, content creator, I've been on YouTube for a couple of years now. Now definitely furthering into like DJing and music production, but still doing YouTube because I really enjoy it. But yeah, I've mainly just been doing videos for the past like 4 or 5 years.
Because how old are you?
21.
21. So you started like in your late teens then? Yeah.
So my background is surfing. Yep. My goal was to always be a professional surfer, and it was like I was training and I was my one goal, but then when I was 17, because I was traveling a lot through doing surf competitions, I would post it on social media as Instagram was coming up. So I got a bit of a following from that, but then I had an injury when I was 17, which at the time I was so bummed about, but in hindsight, it's the best thing ever because I like broadened my horizons and figured out a lot of other paths that I can do with like social media and just lifestyle content, etc. So that's when I kind of went into the YouTube space and focusing more on other things, not just surfing.
What was the injury that you had?
I snapped my leg.
Like what part? Like
the
bottom, like tib fib or femur?
It was the fibula.
Yeah, okay.
So it was pretty bad. I was in the water and he was like, you seen Harry Potter when his arm's just like that? It was my leg.
No shit. So and how did you do that? Like,
I was surfing.
You were surfing, but like what sort of happened?
So the funny thing was that like the day before it was a really big swell, and so I was surfing like it's probably like 8 to 10 foot, and didn't get hurt. And then the next day or two after, it was like 1 foot, and I just did a backhand floater. And you know how sometimes when waves break, they break up really quick. It was like super shallow. Yeah. And I was just in a backhand float, and as I was going down, the wave broke up, and I was like, oh, that hurt, because the ball didn't break.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, okay. Yeah, the only time I've ever been hurt surfing was 1 foot Redhead Beach in Newcastle. Yeah. It was Easter Sunday. There was no one out and we were just like fucking around, and I just basically just tried to stop my brother getting on a wave, went over the falls, and then the tail of the board stuck into the sand, and then the point just sat there, and like, you know, when you're just sort of sitting in the lip, so I just sat in the lip and then just fucking speared myself in the ass, dude. So 1 foot waves, bro, they'll get you every time.
It's always the shit that you're just not thinking about. Mm-hmm. The shit that you think it just comes second nature. Like even just walking down the street, like I keep my toe, fall over and break an arm.
But then you could skydive or like base jump or
do
skydive.
Like some crazy shit. Everyone's like cliff jump off a gnarly cliff. And everyone's like, what? But like, because you're so switched on, you're thinking about it. Yeah, It's just when you're doing things on autopilot.
Yeah, because when you have to be like hyper focused on something. And I think that's what like, because I come from a motocross background. Yeah. So that's all I did my whole life. And motocross, mountain biking. And it's like, I think that our age group, I'm a bit older than you, but like our, you know, this younger action sports like generation that sort of grew up, the X Games generation or whatever I guess you'd call it. It's like, we don't think of it as meditation, but I think that's what we're doing. Yeah, like when we're doing the 8 foot to 10 foot waves or riding motocross, it's because you're sort of getting into that space where you can't actually think about anything else. Yeah. So you really are essentially like, that's what you're trying to achieve meditating. It's like not thinking, right? Yeah,
you're really getting into that meditative state, and just like, you got to really be present. You can't be thinking about what you had for dinner last night.
Oh, 100%.
Anything. You got to, if you're not fully in the moment, it just, that's when you can slip up.
Yeah, so I think it's just interesting though that like we don't really call it meditation. We just call it going for a ride or going for a surf. But it's like funny because I don't think that it wasn't until I sort of learned about meditation I was like, oh, I've fucking been doing that for
my
years,
whole life,
dude. Like I've been doing that forever. So so then you get this injury, and then you have to sort of slow down, and then essentially it just gives you a bunch of time on your phone to like post videos and shit, and then they start doing well. Like, how did it work?
Well, because I was still in school, so I was focusing on finishing school, so I saw that as an opportunity to get my grades up, actually do some study, which I didn't end up doing. But I actually just spent a couple months just really bummed, just like shit, like what am I going to do? But then it just came to that point, like I was 17 and I was like, I can either get better from this or I can just stay being so like down about it. And I decided to just I started training when I was on crutches and I had the cast on and I was just focusing on my upper body. And then as soon as I got my cast off, it was like, I feel like injuries, they make you so much more pumped to train.
Oh, dude.
Because you get more progression out of it. And that's what like, I feel like that's what humans are attracted to in general, just progression, like getting better, and they see like the natural progression and they're addicted to it. It's like numbers. People want to see their followers go up. People want to see their bank account go up. I wanted to see my body get better. So I was like, I'm going to put a lot of time into training. And then I just found a lot of love in training and being outside. And then I got back to surfing and didn't get into competitions again, but I got into more like just a bit of everything, just showing everything on my videos.
Yeah, because so you like the stuff what I would see. Actually, you know, when I first saw you was the Jay Alvarez stuff. So that was before the JB stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that would have been when I saw you was doing the skydiving and all the shit with him. So it's like, were you into that before that injury, or like that injury and then that sort of set all this stuff in motion for you to start doing all the crazy shit that you do?
Yeah, well timing is everything, because when I was in year 12 when I had that injury, and then I went to Hawaii like pretty much a couple weeks after I finished school. And that's when I met Jay. And so then he was definitely an inspiration for me growing up, because I saw he was the only one that was like kind of doing that.
He sort of invented that shit.
Yeah, he was just a real pioneer in that area. So I took inspiration from it because I was doing it a lot myself. And I was like, this guy's making a career out of things that I'm doing now. Like I can do this. And so how the universe works, we met up. And then that trip just kind of like opened my mind to really have a work ethic towards it when I came home. So yeah, just like, I feel like if I didn't injure myself, I would have
just
still
on that
been
QS grind right now.
Yeah. I
doing 2 stars and shit.
Yeah, I was never the best surfer, but I just really loved it, and I really wanted to like improve and get there.
I feel like a guy like you though, like watching everything that you've done, all the shit you put out, like you would have figured something out. Like with me, I knew that I wasn't going to be a pro motocross rider, so I bought a camera and then I started filming, and then I ended up living in the US for 8 years filming for Red Bull and all that sort of stuff. So it's like, it wasn't an injury as such that did that, but I feel like it sort of, I feel like it just doesn't really matter, like one way or another. Like it might not have been exactly what you're doing now, but I'm sure if you stuck to the surfing thing, like who knows, you probably could have been making like Kai Neville style, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I feel like you just would have figured something out.
Yeah, one thing leads to another. I feel like you make do with what you have in front of you. And that's just kind of what I did when I had that injury. But yeah, like I could have just been doing a comp when I could have done that trip to Hawaii and then not had that opportunity to see my potential. And yeah, just snowball, the ripple effect of just when you start doing things, other opportunities arise. So it's so good to just do things and not always plan it.
Well, like this.
Yeah, literally.
Just rock it up. Yeah, no, I thought it was super cool, like, because we were just driving home and then I saw you at P3 and I was like, well, that's pretty fucking close to the studio, so I feel like it's a good chance to get you on. What are you actually up here for? Are you shooting stuff for daily living or?
Yeah, well, got this clothing in, so I was just doing a shoot this morning. And
where were you guys doing that?
In my friend's house. He's got a little studio in his garage.
Yeah, right.
So sick. My friend Cooper. But my management team is actually here, located in Broadbeach.
Okay. Who does that?
My friend Josh Wade, he's actually used to be a comedian.
Yeah.
So he's kind of...
Well, I know of him,
Yeah. So he kind of stopped all that and wanted to work behind the scenes, and he's really talented, really smart.
Dude, he seems like an extremely switched on individual.
Yeah. And
like a really cool guy.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. And also Sam Lindell, they're like partners with it all. And I met Sam like 3 years ago. And they've just been friends and I've known Josh for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, okay.
I think 4 years. How old am I? 21. Yeah, I met him when I was like 18.
Yeah.
So
because he was from Sydney, right?
No, he's always been from Gold Coast.
Oh, okay. I thought he was in Sydney.
He was in Sydney a lot, and then he moved to America a little bit when he was doing all his tours and stuff. But we were just friends for a long time, and then Josh went off and wanted to do the business side, and it just naturally formed how it's formed.
Yeah, right.
So I get to come up here heaps.
Dude, bummer there's no waves right now.
Nah, no.
Fucking sucks at the moment. It's been like flat for ages, dude. Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah, I was going to bring my board, but I saw it and I was like, no.
No, bring a foam. Like, just go buy a foamy for $80 and
yeah.
So when you met Jay, was that like, do you think that's probably the thing that like really sort of kicked shit off for you?
It definitely was a little push for sure.
Yeah.
I can't say it was the whole thing that put me where I am, but it was definitely a huge like
an eye
crossroad.
Opener, right?
Yeah, eye opener. It was a huge crossroad of I can go home, and I was about to become a full-time lifeguard.
Yeah, right.
And so I had, because my past is also self lifesaving before like surfing, and when I wasn't gonna like do an ATA, I wasn't gonna go to university. So my option was I could be a full-time lifeguard and make a bunch of money and see what happens from there. And that, I guess I was just kind of at that crossroad. I can do a full-time life, and I had the job.
Yeah.
But then I decided to go to Hawaii instead. So that was where I was at.
No shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool when those things like actually pay off. What were your parents saying about the whole Hawaii thing?
They're really supportive.
I was going to say, like, from watching your YouTube videos and shit, it just seems like you've got pretty cool parents.
Yeah, my friends are dope. They're really cool. They're like friends now.
Yeah, okay.
In the past, though, I was such a little shit growing up, so they always had to, like, give me a lot of discipline, but we're all cool now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like it worked out.
Yeah.
So what was that? Like, did you jump on and do some filming with Jay that first trip? Or, like, how did it sort of go down? Because you guys did, like, a bit of travel stuff together for a bit, right? Or was it just in Hawaii?
Yeah, it was mainly just in Hawaii, and then in America as well. We actually haven't done a trip. I don't think. He came to Australia, but I haven't seen him in a while because just life gets busy and you don't see people for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did a lot of filming in Hawaii because I went there a couple of times, and he introduced me to the skydive world, which is
so that's what got you into that.
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to skydive, but he was like, I'd never met anyone who's done it before, and actually had the skydiving license. And once I figured out that it was actually possible, and like I could do it, I did it. I
feel like America too, you can kind of do whatever. Like it's one of those places where like, yeah, dude, fucking sign here and you're good to go.
Yeah, it was a bit like that.
But you like into it pretty much straight away as soon as you did your first jump?
Yeah, so I had to, because you have to be 18 to do it here to get your solo skydiving license unless you get a parent signature. And my mum wasn't keen on me getting my skydiving license. So, and I think Dad was away or something. So I forged it. Mum signed one document, but then she was like, I don't want you to do it. But I did it anyway. And got my skydiving license. And I think I've done like 200 jumps now.
Yeah, right.
200 solo jumps.
Have you done like a bunch here, or like where have you done most of them?
I've never jumped in the Gold Coast, but it looks really sick.
Yeah, okay.
Last week I was in Maria, which is like 4 hours down south from Sydney.
Yeah.
And then the week before I was in Coffs Harbour, jumping there, which is really beautiful. Both of those locations are over the water, and there's something about jumping over the water.
Yeah, I bet.
Just makes it way more real. But I got my license in a place called Picton, which is like southwest of Sydney.
Yeah.
About an hour and 15. And so I did all my stuff there. Done several jumps in Hawaii, in LA, done a few balloon jumps, did a blimp jump in Melbourne.
Really?
Which is incredible.
Have you got any interest in like base jumping and shit?
Eventually, but yeah. I want to be patient. Like that's not something you rush into.
I got a friend. If you ever want to go back and listen to one of these, he's a like a wingsuit dude.
Wow.
So he does the base jump and the wingsuit, and like he does like the world championships and shit for wingsuiting. He's a fucking psycho.
Yeah, dude. My friend Spencer Barnes, who I got my license with, he has just been in Europe last year or the year before, and he just excelled. He was just a natural born skydiver. He's good at everything, actually, I must say. He's just one of those really natural, talented people, and he works really hard. And he's just been doing base jumps with a wingsuit on in Europe, and I'm still like, I don't want to do it yet. Yeah,
because that's what Jeff was saying. Like, he was saying that it's just not one of those things that you can rush into, and like that you've got the base jumping, which you definitely can't rush into, and then the wingsuit stuff is like even another
stage,
like, and then because I think how they do the progression is like you'll wingsuit from a plane, and then once you do that, then you can start wingsuiting from structures. Yeah, which is just like, so it's just like the fucking levels, bro. You just go like deeper and deeper into the matrix of skydiving.
So many different levels you have to go through, but I just want to get like maybe like 1,000 jumps, or at least 500 before I do just a normal base jump. But if I was to wingsuit base jump, 1,000 at least, because I just want to be 100% committed and can back myself 100%.
Have you had any sketchy moments?
My very first jump was sketchy, because when you first off,
fuck all that, I'm out at that point. I'm like, dude, I'm done.
It was so hard, because the first time you're starting to pull your own parachute, your body is really like unbalanced in the air, and because when you pull your parachute, you want to be kind of like you go like a little banana, you're like arching. But when I was first doing it, I was like all over the place, and so my lines twisted. Oh. Because I'd never skydived before. I mean, I'd done all my theory and I kind of knew, but nothing's, you know, you got to be in the moment to actually know what this looks like. So I was like, fuck, I didn't know if my parachute was open correctly or not, but my lines were all twisted. So I had to like, kick your legs, do it, and then they untwisted. And I'm like, okay, the parachute looks okay, but I'm just not 100% because I just don't know. And because you don't know how fast you're going.
Yeah.
Well, like now I have because I've got a bit of experience, but when I first jumped, I didn't know. But luckily there's a radio and they go like, yeah, you're good.
Oh,
and at that
really?
moment I was like, yeah, sweet. But before I was like freaking out because I didn't know whether to pull my
What would
second
you
parachute.
have done if you didn't have that radio?
Oh, that's the thing. I was in such like a two minds of, do I just pull my second chute?
Yeah.
Or do I...
And what happens, so like let's say your first shoot's good, but then you pull your second one just because you like tripping. Does that fuck things up?
No. So the first shoot would then just like completely detach, yeah, and then the second shoot would open.
But then fuck all that, because like what happens if the second one gets caught up?
You're having a real shit day.
Yeah, dude, I've had a chick on here that she literally fell out of a plane.
Em?
Like, yeah, Em.
Yeah, she's a really cool chick.
Dude.
Inspirational.
You've heard her full story?
Yeah, it's insane.
Crazy shit.
And I think she's been skydiving since, or she's going to soon.
I think she's been up in the plane.
Yeah.
But she had one of her friends jump out. That was with my buddy Jeff. So I think she had one of those guys. I don't know that it was Jeff that jumped her friend out. But anyway, like I think it's definitely on our list. But like, fuck, could you imagine that shit, bro?
It's crazy.
So heavy.
I have like bad skydiving dreams.
Sometimes. Oh, I bet you do.
And it's actually really trippy. Like, because I before jumping in Coffs Harbour a couple of weeks ago, I hadn't jumped for a while just because I just haven't. It's been like 6 months, and I had a couple of dreams before, like in Friday nights. I was like, shit, is this like an intuitive thought?
Yeah.
But it was all fine. It's just like,
I feel like that's when you dream about something is when you're like really into it. Like that's what you've reached, like an obsession level with it. Because I'm like that with jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Like
same.
before like the national titles, I dreamed all night. Like I woke up, my heart rate was fucking going. I was like sweating, and I was like, oh fuck, I've got to go on, you know, like you get in that weird dream state.
Yeah.
And then I woke up, and then it was actually kind of weird though, because I woke up and I was like not panicking, but you know, you get like that adrenaline rush, like before you're about to do something, before a heat starts or before you skydive or whatever. So I like woke up with that, and I was like tripping, and then I was like, this is ridiculous, dude. Like if you're gonna do any good, you need to like get on top of this shit. And then it was like the first time I've ever done like deep slow breathing and shit, and then I went back to sleep, and then I woke up, and the next day I didn't have any nerves or anything like that. But I think that when you're dreaming about stuff like that, you're just in, like you're into it, you know, which is a pretty good place to be.
Yeah, it was just like Christmas when I was a kid. Every Christmas, like every year from, I don't know what ages, but I would always have dreams the night before waking up on Christmas morning that like Christmas has been, and like I would either get really shit presents or really good presents, or just a lot of weird shit would happen. Yeah. And then I'd wake up and like, oh, Christmas. But like I would dream, I'd have several, like, you know, do you ever have those dreams where you just like have the same days over and over? I would have that before Christmas. Yeah. Really strange.
Yeah. It's like you're just like having Groundhog Day over and over. Like you feel like you're dreaming the same thing, but like multiple nights. Yeah,
because I would approach Christmas with such an expectation as a kid.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah, so weird. And so I would dream about it, and then when it wasn't what I thought it would be, not that I would be like let down, but it was just like a weird emotion that as a kid we couldn't really comprehend.
How long till you didn't believe in Santa? What age are you?
I don't know exactly what age. I think my brother told me.
I was going to say, like, I feel like how good your parents are is directly related to, like, the age you stop believing in Santa. Yeah. Like, if you stopped at, like, 13 or 14, you've got, like, really good parents.
I think it was, like, I would feel confident with saying 10 or 9.
Yeah, okay. I reckon that's, like, a fairly decent age. It's like friends at school that have, like, fucking shit families, and then they're like, fucking mum said Santa's not even real, or they got like a bong-head uncle it's like, it's fucking not real, bro. So you were having bad dreams about skydiving though? Yeah,
I would have some it's weird because I would always end up okay. I've never died in a dream. I don't think you can, but it was just like parachute wouldn't work, and I don't know. I would always get myself in situations that I would need to be like fully like in and be prepared to react and get myself out of that situation.
I feel like that's good though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's sort of some of the dreams that I have with the jiu-jitsu stuff is like, it's almost like you're just training in your head. Like it occupies so much of your brain. That's why I think it comes down to like that obsession. It's like you're obsessed with something and it's occupying such a crazy amount of space in your brain that it like spills over into the sleep stage. So it's like, it's just there all the time. And I think that's healthy.
Because I would be subconsciously thinking like, it's been 5 months, 6 months, haven't skydived, got to be ready. Like, am I ready?
Yeah.
And that's just like playing without even like me being consciously thinking about it, but then I'll dream about it. And I'm like, well, I hope my parachute works.
Do you pack your own chutes and stuff?
I can, but I don't.
Yeah, okay.
I would just rather pay $10 to get a professional.
Is that all it costs? Yeah, right.
But I mean, like you're doing 4 or 5 jumps a day on a good day, and that's like $40-$50. But like, take my money if I know that my parachute is going to be packed by a professional. Yeah. Because I just don't want to be packing it because it's a bit boring. And 2, like I could just be doing it and talking to someone, which everyone does. Yeah. And I'll like where am I?
Is it hard to do?
Yeah. When I learned, it was hard.
I guess hard's like a relative term.
Yeah, it was hard to understand at first, but because you have to do packing lessons to get like certified your A, B, C license, etc. Yeah. And so I had to be able to pack to get a higher license. But yeah, I just haven't done it in ages. And if someone said to me now I have to pack a parachute, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, don't ever pack your own parachute.
Yeah. But I am going to learn.
That's not the move.
Yeah, that's also what's been stopping me from going into base, because you got to be able to pack your own chute. Yeah, yeah. And they're different chutes too.
Yeah. Are you into like the scene of skydiving? Like, are you like really follow it and you're like really sort of across who's doing what, or?
Not really, no. Yeah. Okay. I just love flying. Yeah. I'm just like I'm just a Sunday skydiver. Yeah. Like I love just jumping out with my friends. Because a lot of people skydiving, they get their suits and they go and they do their, certain points throughout the air. They do like 6 ways and they're all doing certain movements and stuff, like, which is cool. But it's just like, I just want to jump, have fun. Yeah. And yeah, enjoy it. I really want to enjoy it. I don't want to be constantly thinking of, I don't know. I feel like if you're constantly focusing on what you're doing next in the sky with a bunch of people, like you're just not exactly taking it in. Yeah. Whereas like, the most I would go to is like when I'm filming, I would have certain shots that I want to get. Yeah. But also it's just, I don't know, I just love having fun and falling. Yeah. And just there, wow, I'm falling. This is cool.
I'm scared to do it. That's like the one thing that I'm like, don't know. Like I've done a fair bit of crazy shit, but yeah, that's like the one that I'm like pretty scared of. And that's what Jeff's like, dude, I'll take you. Like he's done fucking thousands of jumps. Like he's one of the really good dudes. And even still, I'm just like, I don't know. It's a fucking long way up. It's a long way to fall. And I listened to M. Carey talk for 3 hours and it was fucking no joke.
Oh gosh. She's insane. She's going to do it again. Yeah. She's so cool.
Yeah. No, she is cool as fuck. So the thing too with the skydiving is like, it's such a rad thing to travel, right? Like you can there's always like there's places all over the world where you can do that. Like, have you done Dubai at all and done any of that stuff?
I've never actually been to Dubai.
Yeah, right.
But in Dubai, they have pretty strict rules where you need to have at least 500 to then jump in the city.
Oh, okay.
Unless like a prince or something. But yeah, I haven't been to Dubai, so
just DM a prince.
Yeah,
you got that blue check.
Let's jump.
You got that blue check. You just fucking slide on in.
Yeah, hopefully that would work. It'd be cool.
Maybe, dude. Fucking shoot your shot, dude.
Yeah, I really want to skydive in Tahiti.
Yeah, okay.
It looks so sick. Yeah. Or just anywhere where there's just reef, because Hawaii is incredible. It's my favorite place to jump. Yeah, because you got the mountains and then you got the reef and just like blue water and just the scene. Everything's just so beautiful. But jumping over reefs where you can see like the shallow and the deep parts of the ocean. Yeah. And just the different corals, it's so cool.
Where have you traveled to? Like when you started doing the filming stuff, so you did this Hawaii trip and then that sort of puts you into like the filming and the more of the social media stuff. Like what was the thought process then? Like, I'm going to just travel and go as cool places I can with the coolest people I can and make as cool content I can? Or like what was the sort of headspace that you're in?
I always have had the travel bug because I'm very fortunate to have a mum who is a travel journalist,
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, and so she worked for a magazine called Holidays with Kids growing up. So me and my brother got the best hookup in the world and got to go on all these ski holidays especially, and she just wrote about it. So we were just like little giddy things that got to travel.
You're not falling far from the tree then, because like essentially you're doing like the 2019 version of what your mum's doing.
Yeah,
really.
it's kind of funny. Me and mum go to events together sometimes. It's just like, oh, like what? The people don't put the connection of like mum's actually pretty known in the travel writing scene.
Yeah,
and then I'm doing it like in a different way.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That is super cool.
Yeah, I couldn't write a story if my life depended on it.
Yeah, but I mean, like the medium changes, right? Like we live in a time where, you know, like it's just fucking YouTube, Instagram, like that's sort of the world, really. That's cool, man. Like that's a really cool, I don't know, like the fact that your mum was sort of doing that, and obviously like she's sort of inspired you and opened up your eyes to like those possibilities of like you can do cool shit but it be work. Because I mean that was like my whole thing with the US, really. I was like, I just wanted to fucking travel and film, and it was like I'll just figure out a way to like work pays for it, you know.
Yeah, just kind of make an asset from travel.
Yeah, which is fucking
the best,
the dream for a lot of people.
It's a lot of work. I mean, I see my mum, she works so hard. Writing stories is a lot of hours that get put into that. Yeah. So it's not like, it's the perks of the job are incredible, but people don't understand there's a lot of work that goes into travel writing. And I mean, same as content, like editing videos. I only just recently have I got an editor now for my YouTube, which has been like, oh, my life's so, I have so much more time to do other things like music and stuff. But in the past, because I was editing every single vlog, it was so time consuming, like 3 to 4 hours a day. Yeah. And there was a stage where I was doing daily vlogs on YouTube. Yeah. I think it was like summer, not last year, the year before. And it was like I would film all day, edit all night, and just do it every single day. It's like, wow, it was so hard.
Yeah. Can you imagine like what Casey Neistat was going through back in the day?
Oh,
like,
dude.
Fucking crazy.
Literally.
But I mean, it goes to show though, like when you have that commitment to doing it, like look how big he got, and then you know how big your YouTube channel got, like when you, and it is fucking work, like, and I'm sure, man, like that you would have had thousands of comments over your time of people saying like fucking, oh, I wish I could live this dude's life, blah blah. But like how many people want to think about the shit to go and film, actually go out and do it, have the balls to skydive, surf, fucking do those crazy shore breaks, like all that, you know, all the shit that you do, and then you've got to have like the discipline to say no to all the fucking chicks, all the parties, all the drinking, all the shit that's going on, and then like tie yourself to that desk for 3 to 4 hours, sit there, upload the clip to YouTube, write the description, do your tags, do your thumbnail photo, then like once you post it and then you put it out into the world, then you've got to reply to comments. You've got to, like, it's a fucking gnarly deal.
There's just it never stops. Like you can always be doing something, whether it's
100%.
promo or just like, it's just, there's never like there's no such thing as sitting down for half an hour and just like having to think of something to do. Like there's so much to do always, no matter what. Yeah. But it's a bit like that. People see the like YouTube, like people see Casey Neistat, for example, it wouldn't understand how much work like that guy built a freaking multi-million-dollar company as well as doing his vlogs
while doing a daily vlog.
Yeah, it's insane.
Crazy, eh? So when did it start, like, to sort of, like, what's like the early days of it for you? Like, what did that look like?
The early days
of the filming and the YouTube and the, you know, sort of starting to get momentum to where you're like, I could do this as a career now. Yeah.
I think I would have been 14 when Instagram, like, I started Instagram when it was like that photo editing app. Yeah, right. And so I would just like, my first Instagram was LXIV's images, and I took photos of flowers and put like the X Pro filter on it. And
sunsets and shit.
Yeah, all that. And I didn't actually put myself up there at all because I had a really low self-esteem at school because I was really intensely bullied. So I didn't put myself out there as much, but I would follow a lot of people. I get followed back and I would just see the number growing. As I was saying before, like we love progression of whatever it may be. And I just love seeing the followers going up. So I was like, okay, I want to focus on building a following. And then as well as doing a bit of surfing, I here and there started putting stuff up of myself, but it wasn't until I was about 14, the first ever Australian Open of surf that was in Manly. Oh, like a big surf competition. Yeah. And I was just like running amok there, and I met these guys who were working for Hurley at the time, and they said, hey, do you want to do some interviews and stuff? And I was like, hell yeah. I was just like a young kid, just wanted to be a groupie, just frothing. I'm like seeing all this process, like, wow, this is so cool. And I was on their YouTube, and then they put me in the spotlight a little bit, and that actually got me a fair few followers. And so I would say that started a little bit of momentum. But then a couple years later, after this, I actually got off social media for a while because I got in trouble at school. My friends took it off me when I was like,
you're like, dude, this is my fucking business, all right? Like, this is my side hustle. I know I'm 15, but trust me.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know back then, and my friends didn't know. Like, no one knew.
Yeah.
It was just like, all it was back then was a waste of time. And like, there was no longevity in it, which is completely understandable.
That's like people playing PlayStation. Like, you remember your mum would be like, fucking stop playing video games. You're never going to get anywhere. Now there's dudes winning like $6 million playing Fortnite.
Insane.
It's always the way though, eh?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you can't tell a kid, I mean, there's probably some shit, but there's like, if there's even like remotely, like a sniff of like, this actually could be a job. Like, you really can't stifle your kids these days, because like, you can fucking make a career out of everything on the internet
at whatever age as well.
It's, insane, eh?
Yeah. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So, and then a couple of years later, I had this idea to Photoshop a shark in a photo of me sitting on a surfboard. And I don't know if you remember, like,
was it in like Bonnet? Was it? Where was it?
It was in Sydney Harbour, so I took it.
All right, okay.
So I had a hat. I was just sitting on a paddleboard, and I took a selfie.
What did I Google to find that?
If you look up LXIV shark, it'll guaranteed come up.
I do remember this. Where you guys were like sitting in the harbour, and then people were like, there was like a whole "is this real or fake" thing that was going on.
Yeah. So my friend actually did the photoshopping, but I just went on Google and looked up shark, and it was like one of the first photos that came up. And so I put that up and came up with this caption and did a bunch of hashtags, and then everyone was like eating it up because it looked really real.
Yeah, it did. I remember.
And I didn't do it to be viral or anything, but it really just picked, like, the Mad Hueys reposted it, and at the time Mad Hueys are the coolest.
Yeah.
And they're still killing it, but at the time, like, that was huge. Like, they reposted it, and then next day I woke up and my email was absolutely flooded with people that wanted to like cover the story on it, and it was obviously fake, but I didn't really say it was fake.
Yeah.
Oh, good old connection.
I know, it's fucking tripping. Why are you doing this to me?
And like, well, because I knew it was fake, but I didn't know how to react to it, and I didn't know what to do. And like, my parents thought it was real too, and when I told them it was fake, they didn't believe me. And like, my dad, he sent it to, because my dad works in like the kind of yacht boat industry, and so he has a lot of friends like in the maritime and stuff in Sydney, and so he sent it off to his friend, because they wanted to determine what shark it was.
What?
And when it started getting that deep, I'm like, fuck, they're going to find out eventually. Like, they're getting technology to find out what shark it is, because it was in Sydney Harbour.
No
and
way,
why is there
bro.
a great white in Sydney Harbour?
I remember seeing it on like the news and shit, dude.
Yeah, and so I'm like, this is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Like, what am I going to do? And I'm like scared because I know I was going to get in trouble. And I told them, and they were so off me. And even my friends at the time were like, why would you do like... But like, that was like, without even knowing it, that was fucking genius. Like...
Amazing.
And
dude.
like, and the thing is that I didn't say anything about it being real effects. So it had 3 stages of like media attention, I guess. It was, first of all,
it's real.
Yeah, this kid's like taking a photo with a shark. This is crazy in Sydney Harbour. Second is like, is it real or fake? A lot of like speculation. Thirdly, this guy pranked the internet. And so I had all 3 stages of different, but I did get a lot of hate through that. But then, you know,
any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah,
right?
That was the first instance of any publicity is good publicity. And so I grew a lot of thick skin to that too, which is cool.
Yeah. Isn't it fun? Like, I mean, I haven't had obviously anything on like that level of, I guess, scrutiny or whatever, but anyone that's on the internet has had their, like, you get your first thing. Like, I think the first like big interview that I did was with Chad Reed, who's like a famous motocross dude, and he's like one of the best dudes of all time. And we had like not an argument, but like, I've known him forever. We weren't really friends, and then we literally, the first time we properly spoke to each other was doing a 3-hour podcast, and then we just got onto this topic about this other guy that raced, and then so it was pretty heated. We're going back and forth, but like, we're fucking homies. Like, we're literally best friends after that interview. But I just cut up the 20-minute segment of that chat And if you don't watch the full podcast and you don't see the context, all you see, and it was a great clip because it was just me and him like going back and forth.
Yeah.
But oh dude, I got blasted, like 3,000 comments of people saying I'm a fucking idiot, and I'm just like, and saying like, you can tell he hates him, and I'm like, cunt, we're fucking in New Zealand right now drinking. Like, are you serious?
But no one sees that.
No one knows. But it was hard to to actually go. And then the other part of it too is I was like, I'm not really doing this to be famous, you know, like this isn't like, I don't really want that side of it, but that was my lesson of like, well, you cannot post on the internet if you don't want this. It's just what it comes with, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've had a couple instances where I've had like a backlash, like kind of two mainly, but a backlash on the internet of just like people give me a lot of shit. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I could name a few, but there was one that shark, but then I like kind of more recent, more like 3 years. I can't even, like, years are soaking by now. I had no idea. But I think 3 years ago, I dated this girl from America. We're still friends, but after it, like, she had a big social media following, and after it, she went online and like posted a video talking like shit about me, saying that I used it for followers and like cheated on it, all this shit.
Did you shit on her?
No, and I like,
you can tell me, bro. No one's
no. I would tell you, but like she posted it online to like, at the time it was like 4 or 5 million followers, and like
that is a lot of people to just be like, go and hate this dude.
It's a lot of people, and it's the worst type of hate too. Like any publicity is good publicity until it's a female involved and a male, like, you know, and it's just not good.
Dude, lucky it wasn't like last year. It was Me Too shit going on.
Oh yeah, it was just like. So it was just like, I don't know, I was just called a snake because people like, you used it for followers, all this kind of bullshit. And I literally had to block my comments for a long time, and
really just turn them all off. Just
like, and her YouTube's got like, I think like close to 10 million or something. And I just had all of that come down to me at once, and that was intense.
What was your phone, like if you turned your notifications on, what was your phone going to do? Just fucking stop basically. Just like,
it was just like, I couldn't get on it. I had so like on a reg, I reckon I had like 20 DMs and comments just saying, go kill yourself, like, because people like
it's so easy on the internet.
It's so easy, and the young kids are just saying that like it's nothing, it's just chucking around like that's the shit, and I'm like, what? Lucky I could deal with it because I've had a very long past of dealing with shit, but yeah, it was definitely intense, and it made me not want to get on social media for a little bit. Yeah,
and it's definitely it's definitely gnarly when it's like that's your job too, and like people. But it's hard for most people to associate, you know, a guy that's in your position. It's like that literally is your job. So like you've got this app on your phone that's basically your job, and now you just can't go on it because you're getting hated by something a chick said. And isn't it crazy to think that, like, I mean, fuck, there's countries that don't have 4 million people in the country. So it's like, you've got one person that's a chick that gets on like Instagram Live or something, and then she talks to all those people and tells them to like hate one person. That's like literally like a fucking army that's bigger than a country that can just descend on one person. Like it's heavy to just think about the general concept behind that many people.
She didn't like directly say go hate on him. She actually said like after, because she saw what was happening, but just the fact that she said it online, knowing that she has a huge following. But I mean, it's in the past and it's all good. She apologized and we're sweet now. But at the time, it was just like I just like, why would you do that? First, like, why put personal issues public? Yeah,
but I mean, there's probably and I mean, I don't know her or you know anything, but I mean, there's definitely a thing where it's like that kind of drama is like good for you. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get it.
That's where I learned about YouTube drama.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. Do you watch? I'm just trying to get this internet going because I want to really look at this photo. We moved studios literally so the internet would be better, and it's fucking not better. Do you watch? Have you ever heard of Adam 22?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, dude, he's the fucking my favorite. That's like my guilty pleasure. Yeah, is watching his shit with like YouTube beef and all the stuff. Like, did you see all the stuff that went down with Nick Carter or Aaron Carter?
I've seen it, but I haven't.
Holy fuck, bro! What a train wreck.
I've seen like shit here and there from it, but I haven't, immersed too much in it. I feel like once I get down that rabbit hole, there's so much to look into.
You're so right. Let's see if this thing works, because I really want to look at this photo.
Oh, the shark one?
I remember it, dude, so well, and I just couldn't. I should try and just like tether it to my phone, actually.
Yeah, true.
Normally, my producer's not here today. He's actually doing other work. So personal hotspot's off. That's what's going down.
Oh.
We got to get this shot going.
I got to hear if you can't.
Yeah, we're on. We're just about on. Here we go. So what gave you the idea to do the shark photo? Like, did you just think it'd be a cool photo?
Well, that was actually when I had my injury. Like, that was when I was training heaps of my injury. So I was paddling on like a surf life-saving paddleboard.
No way.
And because I couldn't surf yet, but I wanted to, be a good paddler.
Yeah.
And so I was paddling in Sydney Harbour, and there was a lot of, like, it is sharky in there. And I had a couple of friends like, you're crazy, like there's so many sharks there. Like, if you see a shark, and I was bringing my GoPro because, like, what if I actually saw a shark? Then I just got out there and I took a selfie, and I was like, oh, I could do something here. And my friend Alex Gray just whipped it up in like 5 minutes. I was like, this is epic. So I just put it up.
And then fucking the floodgates open.
Yeah, it just really did.
So how long did it take for that thing to... Because I feel like it's harder to go viral these days than what
definitely.
it is to... than what it was like back then, because there's the whole like algorithm and all that shit's changing. So like, was it just a case of like it just instantly fucking went viral?
Yeah, well, I posted it at prime time, like 5:30, 6:30 on a school night.
School night.
Everything's chronological still on Instagram.
Yeah.
So everyone knows when it's going up, and yeah, just went kind of crazy, and hundreds of comments, and at the time hundreds of comments is a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember it was just, it was so long ago, but it was just crazy.
And did that then spark anything in your head like, fuck, like maybe I'm onto something when it comes to doing this whole like content thing, or, like did that sort of set some light bulbs off, or it sort of took a little bit for you to be like, to sort of make that connection? Yeah,
well, me and my friend who photoshopped it, we came up with all these shirt designs and clothing designs and everything ready to like go, but then we just never did it.
Yeah, okay. What was the like? What were you like trying to do, like a brand or whatever?
It was just a shark fin, and we're just gonna take the piss out of that because I was going on the project and stuff, and I was like, I can really milk it. And I forgot the guy's name, but at the time there was some guy that I looked up to. I can't remember his name. I'm so bad with names, but he built a lot of his businesses through like not scams, but like social media, kind of just like stuff like that, like troll sort of stuff. Yeah. They would just gain a lot of attention. Yeah. Because it's the best way to build a brand. Yeah. So at the time I was like, I could really build a brand around this shark thing, but it just never happened. Yeah. But then I guess your personal brand sort of started to take off, right? Yeah. Yeah. And so I gained like, I think it was like 15,000 or 20,000 followers from that. Really? On Instagram. Yeah. And then because that's like a lot back then too. Yeah. So I was sitting at like 70K or 60K. And then, yeah. Shit, time flies, man. It's crazy, eh? And you're fucking 21, bro. I'm 31. Fucking, yeah, dude, it was literally like 8 years of my life, and I look back, I'm like, I should probably move home now, eh? Because you just spend so much, the time can just go so quickly. Yeah. Like everybody this week when it went to October, everyone's like, how the fuck is it October? It's crazy. Literally, it's like... It's a 10th, like the 10th month. It's insane, eh? So then where did you go from that to then like starting to make this like a full-time deal? I went over to LA, and I was kind of going back and forth over there for like a couple of years, and I've been once this year in February, because everything I need to do, I know I can do at home now. Yeah. So I'm just building foundations and everything. But I went over to LA to get inspiration and opportunity and growth and connections. It's pretty fucking cool in that way, isn't it? Yeah, it's awesome. It's the hub. Like everyone goes there. Yeah, it's very intense. But I've been lucky to make a lot of really good friends there, and so when I do, I can go back over there whenever. It's like a second home. Yeah, and it's a really cool second home to have. Yeah, but I would start going over there. I was the year after finishing school, and just meeting a lot of people and kind of growing. Just to get the university of life is what I was calling it, and my dad would call it as well. Yeah, like instead of him wanting to send me to university, which like all parents want their kids to go to university, but I was not going to university, and he would respect that. There's a lot of opportunity over there, and you say the university of life, and obviously I had a couple of jobs back then, but not enough to like fly and maintain a lifestyle over in America. So I had the support from my dad to help out with that, which is really cool. But yeah, just so much to. It's just they're so ahead over there, especially with social media. And and I just kind of, I don't know, got a lot of momentum from over there.
Yeah, I could see. I could see that would definitely be the place to sort of really set that shit off. But so, did you know pretty early on that you didn't want to like live over there full time, or? I
wanted to live over there, but I just never got a visa.
Yeah,
so I was always having to like.
It's fucking not easy, dude.
It's not easy, and not that I'd ever do anything wrong, but it was like I was going there a lot. Yeah. And I actually got pulled back in the room, and like got questioned.
The room of doom.
Oh, the room of doom, and I was there for 3-4 hours, and they're really drilling me like, "Well, you making money over here?" And I wasn't, but I was making money on YouTube. And just because it was such a grey area.
It is, man. Yeah. No, you're so right. I had so many struggles with that. And I used to just say I've got rich parents. So they'd be like, well, what are you doing this, man? I'm like, I got rich parents. Yeah. And then they'd be like, okay, so what do you do for work? I'm like, I don't need to work. And you could just play that game with them because they can't say, like, what do you say?
Yeah, and they fully like check my bank account. With my phone.
For sure.
And I was like, what? And I could luckily prove that I was, made some money through a part-time job, working at a cafe, and also the YouTube. So it was scary.
They're not nice in there either,
Then they're not soft with you. Like they really try to scare you. Oh yeah. The scare factor is there.
Yeah.
And I was scared.
Yeah, dude, I've been in that room fucking a bunch, even with a visa. Like, cause I got arrested in Texas once.
Nice.
And we were like doing like the border crossing in El Paso near Mexico, and basically they thought our van was stolen. So because we were like I was with these dude that races dirt bikes, so we were going from California to Atlanta, and the entire fucking van, bro, was just like completely full of like dirt bike parts, dirt bikes, scooters, BMX bikes, like gear, like the whole fucking thing. And then they pulled us over, and then they do like the license and registration. Well, the dude Tyler had left the license in the back of his car, and like he put it in his backpack, and then he pulls out the registration, and it's in his stepdad's name. So then then they pull us all out of the van, and then it's like freezing cold. It's like Texas in 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm wearing a fucking singlet because we left California at lunch. So then I'm in the road just like fucking shaking. And the dude's like, what are you nervous for? I'm like, dude, it's fucking freezing. And he's like, oh, you're going to give me lip? And I'm just like, oh, fuck. Like,
fuck.
Yeah. And then he's like, stop swearing at me, dude. And I'm like, sorry, dude. Like, I'm just freezing. And like, I'm handcuffed at this point too. So then I'm just shaking like a leaf in there. So then this is like wigging this dude out. He's like using it against me that I'm shaking. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, you can't see that this would be cold. He's in like big jackets and stuff.
There's no empathy.
Yeah. Oh, no. They're just trying to fuck with you, So then anyway, they arrested us for a stolen vehicle. I'm just like, I was laughing the whole time. Like, there's no way this can actually like
happen,
be this bad, So I was just like, whatever. We spent 8 hours in jail.
That would be pretty fun.
Oh, it was fucking gnarly, dude.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like you can see Mexico from El Paso. It's like border security. It's like where you leave and go out. So it was just all these like big crazy Mexican dudes that had been pulled over at the border. And we're in jail with all these Mexican dudes. One dude was taking a piss at there's just one toilet. And there's like a little sort of divider in it. And there was probably like 6 of us. So it was 3, me and the 2 dudes that I was with, and then these 3 big Mexican dudes. One dude was taking a piss, another dude needed shit, so he just shit on the floor. Like right in front of everyone. Like didn't even wait for it. They just didn't give a fuck. It was super gnarly, eh?
Do you have to get lawyers? Like, how do you
I ended up having to go to court because
that's hectic.
Yeah, so like nothing happened. Like literally they just let us go. But because they scan your fingerprints, they do all that shit to like put you into the system or whatever. And so yeah, anyway, we go through the whole thing, we get let out in the morning, and then I just thought nothing of it. I was like, sweet. So that was my first ever trip to the US. I was only like 21, and then I went back like 3 or 4 months later, and then I got called into the room, and the dude's like, you got arrested in Texas. And I was like, I didn't get arrested in Texas, like in the room at LAX. And went through the whole thing with him, and it ended up being that like essentially they're like, yeah, well, if you got detained, you got arrested. And I was like, dude, I got let off on like they thought the car was stolen and it wasn't. I'm like, I don't know how that justifies being arrested
and why they even put that on file.
Yeah, well, but when you go in and like whenever you're detained, that's just how it works, I guess. So anyway, I ended up I said, dude, can you just call them? Like, that was my Hail Mary. They're literally sending me home. They had all my bags and shit off the plane. And then they were sending me, I had like a driver book and everything to leave LAX. And then they were like, yeah, you're done, you're going home. And I was like, man, can we just figure this out? Like, can you just call border security? And he's like, what are the chances that anyone there? And because I had that argument about me like shivering and being so cold with this guy, he remembered because I was like swearing and carrying on. And then he's like, no, you didn't get arrested.
Wow.
So yeah, they let me through. And then they're like, you're going to have to figure this out, dude. Like, you're not going to be able to come back in. This will happen every time. So then I had to get a lawyer. I had to go to court. And what ended up getting me completely exonerated, like the whole thing just free and clear, was the fact that they didn't read me Miranda rights. Like, you know, that you've got the right to remain silent. Or that's technically what has to be done for you to be technically arrested. So that was my fucking little experience with those dudes. Yeah.
It's a cool little movie there.
But then it just never got better. Every time I had a visa for the whole time I lived there, and every time, no matter what, got pulled in. And they'd like, what happened in Texas? And I was like, don't know what to tell you, dude. I had like because I always had my camera bag with me. So I had like the letter from the judge in the top of my camera bag. And every time I went in, I'd like go in, I'd pull out, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just getting the letter that says this is all good. But yeah, they don't fucking play there, bro.
Nah, they're really serious. It's crazy.
How much time have you spent over there, you reckon?
I spent more time in America than Australia for like almost 2 years. Yeah, so I was going over there for like almost 2-3 months, coming back for a month, and then going there for as long as possible.
Yeah, right.
Which is like, now that I think about it, it's like sketchy. Yeah. But I wasn't like...
So many people do it, bro. So many people do it. The thing that pisses me off about it though is like, I knew guys from Australia that had lived there illegally for 15 years. Married, kids, whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they were just like, nah, fuck it. We'll just figure it out when we get caught. Like, they could do the whole, like, they could be there legally, but because they were there illegally for so long, they're like, the paperwork's crazy. So then they just don't do it. And then you see all of the people that are illegal from Mexico. It's like so many people. And it would burn me, dude, that I had to go. My first visa cost 50 grand.
Wow.
It was fucking
They're not cheap.
Nah, because I had to start a business and like all that bullshit. And it's like, it costs that much money and you try and do the right thing. It's like you've already spent that much money and then they still don't want to. They just don't want to play ball. But then people can, like, you can get benefits there as an illegal immigrant. It's fucking weird.
It's weird. It's a weird country. That's why Australia is so cool. We live in such a good country.
What made you realize that you could do everything from here?
Well, just because it depended on me. I mean, I could ideally, I mean, not ideally, but I could technically do what I do anywhere in the world, but I would rather do it in Sydney because I love it and it's where I've grown up. And it's where, like, everyone I know is and everything that I know and all my connections and opportunities are there. And I can just build out my content, build out my music. It's like it's just my foundation, it's my ground. Yeah. And I don't need to go over to America and try to get followers and stuff. Like, I don't need to do that. I've been lucky to grow a bit of a following, but everything from now on only depends on me and my talent and how hard I work and how hard I want to, grow. Yeah. No, it's a good way to think of it because I feel like a dude in your position could get so easily sucked into like the whole scene of it all. And I mean, dude, it's fucking hard when there's chicks over there that are like that fucking hard. Oh,
they got so much money. They got, because like, you live in Beverly Hills, you got fucking super hot girls around, they've got rich parents or they've got fucking a bunch of shit going on. It's like, it's so easy to like stay milking that life for like a long time. Yeah, I experienced a lot. I mean, I was partying every single night, and because you would know as well, you don't need to be 21 to club there, and I was clubbing from 18 there, and like being in that scene for, or not even like, I was just like, they just let you in. Yeah, because I know the promoters, and like, the club promoters over there, they can get anything. Yeah, and so I was going to all these crazy parties and crazy clubs, and I just experiencing the literal high life. Yeah, and I'm just like, wow. But then like, you just realize after a period of time that it's not it. So many people like, I just got to order an Uber for the next guest that's coming on. Sorry, bro. Take a 2 second guest after guest. Oh, dude, going back to back. This has been so we've been trying to build this studio for like literally ages. Like, we got this building in. What time do you have to get out of here, by the way? You're not on the schedule? Okay, cool. Sorry, I just got to get this Uber going. Confirm. I did it. I pre-did it before you got here, so at least I didn't have to
preparation prevents poor performance.
Fuck, man, it's hard to stay on top of that shit this week. We like, I pretty much, when I started this thing, I was just like, I'm just gonna do one a week, and I booked it too soon. Actually, it doesn't land for. Alright, I'm gonna cancel this trip. I fucked that up. Went too soon.
Yeah, man. America, LA, it's you can live the high life there for as long as you want, but it's not good for you.
Nah, and I mean, it's like a lot of people just don't figure that out until it's too late. And I mean, I think that the good thing about Australia is that, like, we don't have the prescription drug problem that they do. Like, that was one thing that tripped me out when I lived there, was like, I always thought Australia was like the big drinking culture, and that's like what everyone's like, oh, you're Australian, you get drunk. But like, I almost thought like America had a gnarlier drinking culture in terms of like even the young people. And then when I would find out about like Adderall and like Percocet and
Xanax
like,
and everything.
Yeah, Xanax and shit. And then you went to like cocaine. And then I was just like, dude, this shit's like fucking bad. Like,
and it's glorified.
Yeah, and they love it. And they think that it's like, well, it's from the doctor. And everyone over there that I would see, they were like, nah, dude, it's fine. Like, I just told him it's for like back pain. And I'm like, dude, it's fucking heroin in a pill. Like,
yeah, it's crazy, dude.
It's like it's a gnarly scene. And it is easy for people to get like caught up in that pretty heavily. So for you to realize at that, like, you're still super young to realize like, nah, not the move.
Yeah.
And peace out is probably the fucking...
Yeah, well, I just experienced it all. Like, I experienced like the best party scene and doing it every single night for long amounts of time. They're coming home and doing the kind of same, because I was home and like, you want to hang out with my friends at home. Yeah. So it's just like, I was literally just constantly partying, and I love it. It's fun, but yeah, it's just, I know it's not, I wouldn't find myself in a moment of being at a party and be like, oh, like, this is it. This is what I want to work for. Yeah. It's not what my life's for, but it's cool and fun and I love it here and there. But
do you drink anymore?
No, I stopped drinking.
Yeah, I thought I saw that in one of your videos that you don't drink. Are you still doing the no coffee thing?
No coffee, no.
That's fucked up.
But I don't put like a cap on it. Like, if I feel like doing something, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Like, I did a sailing trip from the Caribbean to Brazil with my dad and brother and another family friend, and we were going around these cool Caribbean islands, and there was a couple like local Caribbean beers, and I'm of course I'm gonna fucking drink it. I want to try it. It's an experience. Yeah. I'm not drinking to get drunk, but I'm trying it. So I can't say I've been 100% dry, but I can count on my two hands the amount of times I've drunk in over a year.
That's the way to do it, man. Like, I feel like I recently had this conversation with a friend of mine. He's had like a bunch of shit change in his life, and he didn't drink for like 7 years, like literally not a drop. Yeah. And it was, I think that there's a dangerous place you can get to when you're doing something for like the moral high ground, when you're like, oh, I don't drink. And then that's your card that you use, and that makes you feel better than people. Yeah. And I'm not saying this was what he was doing, but he just didn't do it. And I was like, why do you think that was going on? And so then I started saying, like, I know people that they're like that. They're like, no, I don't drink. I don't do any drugs. I don't do any of this. I don't do that. And it's like, fuck, bro. Like, what are you trying to prove? You know? Yeah. Like, there is a balance to be had of, like, you know, like you said, having a beer when you...
Yeah, and it doesn't make you any better than anyone else by not drinking.
You can be a fucking train wreck and still not
like
drink.
Literally, it's got nothing... It's just like, for me, personally, I wanted to teach myself some discipline, and I wanted to cut it out just because I was in a bit of a stage where I wasn't in the best mental state, and I wanted to cut the bad food off the table. Coffee and alcohol and learning to meditate was my kind of 3 steps. And it worked well for me, and so I'm gonna continue doing it. But if I feel like if one night I want to have a drink, I will have a drink. Yeah, but it's rare.
Yeah, because you found that you don't really miss it anymore.
I found I didn't rely on it. It was just a reflex. Like, I'd be out you feel like you need to have a drink all the time, but you don't. Yeah, and I just get natural energy of everyone anyway, and I end up feeling drunk just from being around everyone. Yeah, and because I'm DJing as well, so I need to be out late at night, but I'm dead sober, so but I'm having a great time. Yeah. And I can remember everything. I'm in control of my situation at all times. And if anything ever happened that was bad and needed someone with a straight mind, I'm there. Like, I can sort out anything.
Dude, that is a thing, man. Like, my brother right now, he's just bought a house the other day, and he was out like they were partying because they had they do this one big night every year. And anyway, like he started getting fucking emails from the lawyer saying like they've taken a cash offer instead of his offer. So he's like fucked, like drunk, and he's like reading this shit, and he just said, he's like, dude, that's the first time I've thought about like not drinking because I just wasn't able to like quickly respond. He's like, what if I lost this fucking house that I've been wanting to buy because I was just fucking drunk? He's like, it would not, that drinking those drinks would not have been worth that, exactly, like losing that house. Did you have like a good response from people that you like in your sort of, you know, like with followers and things like that when it came to that?
Yeah, I've had a really good response, and I've had a lot of friends and people actually stop drinking as well because they've seen me do it. And it's just cool because like I don't want to be that guy that says I don't drink, like, and if you drink I think bad of you. No, like if my friends get drunk, I'll make them scold twice as much because it's funny. But yeah, I don't know, it's just you can't say your life's better without alcohol. You've never tried it, you know? Yeah. And yeah, just I was just like, give it a go, have an open mind to it. You don't need to drink to have fun.
So what was the catalyst for you going down that road of like, you know, changing diet and then no alcohol, meditating? Like, was there something that happened that was sort of traumatic to where you felt like you needed to make those changes?
There was nothing major, but I did a paddle, the Molokai paddle last year. Yeah, it was last year, I think. Yeah, it was last year. My ears are so cooked. But I did the Molokai paddle last year, which is a world championship paddle in Hawaii from Molokai to Oahu. Yeah. And it's 32 miles, so like around...
What do they call that? Like this Valley of Bones or something?
The Channel of Bones.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's where, if anyone's a surf fan listening to this, it's where Eddie Arkau actually died.
Yeah.
But...
Did he die doing that race?
No.
It was just a...
I think he was saving someone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Pretty hectic, but yeah, people have died, and it's really sharky. But I was doing this paddle to raise money for a mental health charity. Yeah. And also just raise awareness around it because that year I lost a friend to suicide, and so I was like, fuck, I really want to do something about this. And I feel like instead of shoving information down people's throats, it's more a better idea to kind of prove an example of putting yourself in a situation of vulnerability and pushing through the hurdles, and like just giving an experience for someone to look at and learn from it as well, not just like do this, do that, do this, do that. It's more so like, oh, I can do this because this person did that, you know? It's planting the seed. But I've learned a lot from doing that stuff of how to approach it with the whole mental health situation. But back to the whole question. Yeah, so I was doing the paddle, and I after school, life was really kind of full on for me. Like I didn't actually stop and have a moment. I was seeing a psychologist like every day in school because I wasn't in the best kind of mental state. How good life was for me from the outside in, and I'm always grateful 100% for everything, and in no way am I complaining. But I had my struggles, and like everyone has their struggles, no matter what it may be.
100%, man. Like I hate when people have to
justify it.
Caveat like I'm happy and like I'm not complaining. You know, like you shouldn't have to do that. Like everybody has
no matter
shit
what
to deal with
because it's all they know. It's like I was born into this life which is fucking awesome, but like I was experiencing a lot of pain through certain situations, social like bullying, intense bullying, and just the doubt in my mind of not knowing who I was, and when I was putting myself out there on social media, getting bullied for it, like all this shit combined, I would suffer a lot. I had a lot of anxiety, depression, and then so I was going to school counselor a lot to deal with that, and then being in a situation where I was at school. And even on social media in Australia, it's like the tall poppy syndrome where people just want to drag you down. I experienced that a lot. But then as soon as I left school, I was over in America a lot of the time and getting like praise and getting a lot
people
of followers
and like
lifting me up. And like it was cool, and I was like, oh yeah, sweet, like I'm on my way. But then it got to the point where I'm trying to advocate for mental health and like provide an example, but I hadn't actually like put a nail on the head with my own like shit that was going on. So I decided to see a psychologist, and I wanted to like just get professional advice and learn a bit more about myself, and also just how I can better myself, etc., etc. And then he actually prescribed me antidepressants. It's like, yeah, look, I think it was last resort, and I think you should get on these. And I was like, fuck, like that's a moment there when someone's like, yeah, take this pill, this is going to make you happier. And so I took one of them. It was LXIV, and I remember thinking like, I haven't even given myself a chance. Like I haven't even tried. I'm not going to rely on this just to make me happier. Like,
and you're young.
And I'm young too. And so I was like, okay, drinking, depressant, get rid of that. Easy. Coffee gave me anxiety sometimes, get rid of that. Meditation, you never hear someone meditate and say, oh, I feel shit.
Yeah, I'm depressed after meditating.
Yeah, you never hear that. It's like, what? So I, kind of worked on that, and I started to feel a little better, and then I was like, okay, I don't need to drink anymore. And I got a lot more mental clarity, and I wanted to teach myself some discipline. And once I found that I did have discipline, I got a little bit more like nicer to myself, because I feel like if you're making all these goals inside your head and then you're not actually following through with them all the time, you're hard on yourself all the time, and it's not 100%. Good. So it's like, once you actually see yourself doing something that you've said you're going to do, you feel really good about it.
Yeah. There's the do something principle. So like if you've got something that is, because this is what I struggle with. Like I've always felt like I've got way more potential than that I've actually ever lived up to. And then that's heavy when you get to be fucking 30 and you're like, still feel like you've done nothing, even though in reality you've get all of these people that say that you have, but to your own expectations. And sometimes that gets crippling to the point where it's like you can't even send an email. It's like it's sitting there, it's in your inbox, you got to respond. It's good for you to respond to that email. It's somebody that wants to do something, or it's like whatever, and it's like you can't even do it. And so there's a principle in psychology called the do something principle, where you literally just have to get up and do something. Like because there's like certain like resistance that you push back on yourself, and whether it's for like you're unhappy with yourself, you don't think you're worth getting what you're chasing, all of those different things. But there's some stuff that is no resistance, like taking a piss. Like you need to take a piss if you need to take a piss, and like your body doesn't fight that. Like you're not just gonna sit on the couch like, no, I'm not doing it. So it's like you use that. So it's like use something that is easy for you to do. Yeah. And then instead of sitting back on the couch or whatever, so start there and then do something else that's kind of easy and gather momentum of like doing stuff. Because whenever I get down or feel shitty about myself, it's when I'm just not doing things.
Me too. 100% relate. That was so cool what you said then, because like without even like, I haven't really heard it being put like that, but like, yeah, I 100% relate to it. Like I'll find myself sometimes even just like scrolling Instagram aimlessly and I feel shit. Or like when I'm not doing anything, I feel shit.
But you're thinking about what you want to be doing while you're doing it.
And I've got a clear indication of what I need to do, but I'm just like, just pure procrastination.
Yeah.
I'm just like, of just avoiding it. And I'm just like what?
It doesn't make sense, huh?
It doesn't make sense, but I'm doing it. And I'm like, but I hate it. And then I'm like in a hole of feeling shit, but I know what I got to do, but I'm not doing it. It's just like, I'm in a circle. I'm in a rut. But then the simplest thing, like making your bed.
Yeah.
I make my bed every single morning because that's just the first challenge of the day.
Yeah.
And there's a Navy SEAL speech about it that I watched on YouTube a couple years ago about, how they all have to make their bed first thing in the morning because automatically your brain's done one thing and one chore and you're already accepting to the next thing and you're just already on your way. You've started your day by doing something.
Yeah.
And so whenever I find myself in a rut, I'm like, okay, is my room clean? I start cleaning my room and then things just unfold. And then, once you do one thing, it leads to another.
Yeah.
Rather than just putting it off.
And I think too, like with the bed thing is like a really cool one because it's like a win. I feel like your brain keeps a track of like wins and losses. And it's like when you walk out of your room and you don't make your bed, or you like don't eat something for breakfast, like you don't cook yourself breakfast. And then, because I'm like that with like coffee, like because I've got a really sick coffee machine. I fucking love coffee.
I love coffee, dude. I absolutely love coffee.
Yeah, I love the smell of it. That's the one thing I'm not giving up. But like sometimes I'll be just lazy. So I've got this fucking sick machine. Everything's great and I make good coffee. And then sometimes I'll just like, it's more like it's not that I don't want to make my own coffee. It's more that I've fucked around so much in the morning that now I don't have time to make a coffee.
Yeah.
And then I go and I buy a coffee, which costs money and then takes more time. So instead of like being productive, making my coffee and coming straight to work, I've now fucked around. I've not made a coffee. I've had to go out of my way to buy a coffee. Then I'm probably scrolling on Instagram while I'm waiting. It's just like, it's this momentum builds of like letting yourself down. It's like you let yourself down there. Now you're fucking on Instagram. Now you're spending money that you don't want to spend. And now you're fucking late for work.
Yeah.
And it's like
the when in Rome.
Yeah.
Just like doing everything that's not the best for you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, it is so important to just like have that mental awareness. And it's like, you know, like you said, like, oh, I haven't heard it being put that way. Like, you know, you can look for these things. Like that's what's so good about the internet right now, is like you can find so many fucking different ways to look at it and identify. And I think it's interesting. Like I want to hear you talk about meditation, because someone your age, it's not like a super common thing. And while I do that, I'm going to book that Uber.
Yeah.
But like when did you first get into the meditation side of things?
I tried like 2.5 years ago, but I have ADHD, and so like I really struggled with sitting still, and I like, although I was all for it, all for the idea of it, and I was like, meditating is cool, but I just couldn't do it.
Can I cut you off real quick?
Yeah.
Do you believe in ADD, or like because I literally had this conversation today in the car. I was like texting a mate. Do you think ADD is real, or do you think that it's like a square peg in a round hole kind of situation, where that's like the label that they put a kid that just really doesn't give a fuck about whatever boring shit is going on at school? Like some kids can be into it, other kids can't. And it's like, you're the kind of person that wants to jump out of a fucking plane. Like that kid at 9 is not gonna want to like behave at school, right? Like, I don't know. What do you think about it? Is it like a medical thing?
I think in some cases definitely medical, but also like in a lot of most cases you could be 100% right of just, it's just the person isn't suited to this environment, so like let's put this person that's not suited in this environment in this other environment of being labeled ADHD, ADD or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I can't really 100% answer that. I mean, I went and I had like a lot of those brain scans and stuff, and I did see my brain, and with the things that I wasn't passionate about, I was like,
yeah, you just shut them down. Yeah,
shut them down.
Because
like
I was the exact same, dude.
Yeah,
I was the naughty kid in school. I never fucking went to school. And it's like, that was the thing. They're like, oh, he's got ADD. And I'm like, and I would say, like, even at 10 years old, I'd say like, I just don't want to be here. Like, I'm not sick. Because that's really what you're saying to it. When you're saying to a kid that you're not normal, here's this medicine, and then this will make you normal. You're telling a kid they're sick. And it's like, I'm not sick. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be here. Like that, you know. And that was me. So I mean, that was like my experience, and that led to a lot of crazy shit in my life with that stuff. Because, man, my teacher was a fucking cunt. Like, she put Jace's meds 11:30, and then at 11:30 all the kids in class would be like, oh, it's time to take your tablets.
Oh, dude,
like gnarly shit. And I'm like, the fuck are we doing here? Like, this doesn't seem like this is super productive.
It's not right.
Yeah,
it's not a good environment. Yeah, I mean, I was prescribed Ritalin and Concerta, like long lasting and short lasting medication that I had to take to go to school, and I hated it. It would make me like just question everything about what I wanted to say and do. Although it made me concentrate, I don't know. It's just I avoided taking it.
Did you like not take it for most times and just like sort of ditch it?
Yeah.
Or you did take it?
I did take it. I took it a lot, and because it did actually help me go through school with just concentrating. Yeah. But I would try avoid it. I would just like, when my mum was like, "Okay, take it," I put it under my tongue. She'd look away, and like it got to the point where she knew that I was taking it. She'd be like, open and make sure you saw it. But yeah, I don't know. It's such a. I don't think kids should be brought up on medication. Well,
and I think this is why I sort of wanted to get into that. Sorry to cut you off, but get into that, to then go into the meditation thing, because when you have a mind that people would describe as ADD, which like I'm going to say that it's just how people describe you. And then it's like that mind, that's like the hardest mind to meditate, because it's like, I mean, in my experience of, I've just got fucking shit just going all day, every day. It's full on. And it's like, to meditate, you're trying to achieve the opposite of that state. So I think what you're saying with like, you know, you've got ADD, so it's hard to meditate. That's what I think. It's like, you're literally, your natural brain is like the opposite of what it should be while you're meditating.
Yeah. So, I mean, on average, we have 70,000 thoughts per day, humans. And so like on average, and think of like a lot of those thoughts coming from social media. So it's like a lot of it's external and kind of bullshit and unnecessary. And I think meditation, and I could talk for so long on meditation, because it's just like, it's just, I don't know.
I think it's
like,
awesome to hear.
Yeah. It's like, do you clean your teeth in the morning and at night before bed? Like, were you brought up with, you have to clean your teeth or you get holes in your teeth? and it's really important to clean your teeth. Like, why is there not like a practice with kids that you need to clean your mind? It's the most fucking important asset in the whole everything. It's literally the control of everything.
Yeah.
Like, we can't think if we don't have a fucking brain, but we can still think if we have shit teeth.
Yeah.
But we have to clean our teeth twice a day. So like,
says
I guess
the Instagram model.
Yeah. I do clean my teeth twice a day as well. But yeah, so it's just like, on average, you have 70,000 thoughts per day, and once a day, it's like hitting a refresh button in the morning.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, it's teaching yourself to have control over your actual thoughts, and then being able to understand what's coming in and coming out, and just cutting out the bullshit, taking out the trash in the mind, and just having the, I guess, control.
Yeah.
Being able to control your mind and your thoughts is a fucking skill. And so teaching myself to sit down 20 minutes. I have my friend Chris Sol and Rochelle Fox, they have a company called Mindspo. They actually live in Bali, have a villa in Bali, and they run all these retreats and stuff, but they really have helped me with my journey in learning meditation and given me a lot of the science behind it and everything. And just like, meditation's cool. Like, I don't know why there's just a bit of stigma around meditation being like,
yeah,
you know, it's kind of boring, old school.
It's going away though,
shit.
for
It's
sure.
definitely going away.
Yeah. Especially when people like you talk about it, you know, which is cool.
And it's weird. I mean, 5 years ago, I'd be like, fuck meditating, what the fuck? But now I taught myself I can sit still 100% completely still for 40 minutes, I think, with my eyes closed and just pure quiet.
Dude, how hard would have that been the first day of meditating?
So hard.
Like,
but
pretty much impossible, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like literally convincing your mind that you do have time to meditate. It's not that there are three things people say, or not three. It's just like, I can't meditate, I don't have enough time, or I can't meditate because I just can't sit still. I can't meditate because I don't know how to do it right, or I'm bad at meditating. There's no such thing as a bad meditator. A bad meditator is someone who just doesn't meditate because they say they're bad at it.
Yeah.
A good meditator is someone who just does it.
Yeah.
Because it's only you and your thoughts. No one else can hear what's going on inside your own head. It's just you. And if you're zoning out for 18 minutes over 20 minutes, that's fine. At least you're bringing it back, and at least you're letting all those thoughts go, and then you're clean. You're like, you're sweet. You've done a lot of unnecessary thinking that it's not unnecessary, but you just like, it's just hitting the refresh button every single day, opening a new page in your notebook and approaching it with a fresh mind.
So what's your technique? Like, how did you start?
Mm-hmm.
And then how did you progress to like the point where you're at now?
Okay, so there was like a guided 20-minute one that my friend Chris actually like pre-recorded. He like brought it in, so it was like a minute and 45 seconds of like, you know, stay still, sit up, back straight, posture up. It's really important to sit up straight, because if you're sleeping or meditating like downwards or like on your side, you're actually releasing the sleep chemicals, and then you will feel tired afterwards. So it's super important to like, if you sit down, put a pillow behind.
There you go. There's a bit of knowledge for you.
Yeah. So first, like, figure out the seating. You don't have to cross your legs. Like, I just do it we could do it on this chair.
Yeah.
You just get a pillow behind it to make sure you're back straight, and then just close your eyes, be completely still, and just kind of breathe. Focus on your legs and arms and everything. Relax. Focus on relaxing, and then you'll be given a mantra. And so I got told this word called saw hum. Means nothing.
Yeah.
But it's like saw. You use it with your breathing. So when you breathe in, you go saw, and then breathe out, you go hum. So the idea behind that is like the sound in your head that brings you kind of awareness back. So you just he will guide it in for like a minute and a half, and then there's just like this kind of meditation music in the background that is just like kind of
like you're getting a massage.
Yeah. Exactly. And so you just constantly say this mantra over and over, and whenever you would find your mind drifting or like all these random, like I could be on 2 minutes of thought, and then I'm like, oh, I'm thinking, back to saw hum. I'm bringing my awareness back. So just like saw hum, drifting back. So just constantly bringing your...
So that's just like the thing in the middle of the darkness that you're trying to go like, okay, come back to this bit.
Yeah, like, okay, back to me. I'm in power. I'm in control.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just like day-to-day life. Whenever a situation arises and you're like, is this actually is this me? This is my thoughts, or is this irrational thinking, or, you know?
Oh, like is this a direct thought? Like, am I actually wanting to have this thought? Like, intentional, I guess, would be the way to say it, right? Yeah, it's just like,
because
there is just random bullshit.
Yeah. You're literally just teaching yourself to be present with your own mind and become your own best friend.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, fuck, whenever I'm alone, it's cool because I'm my own best friend. Whereas in the past, it hasn't really been that way. But I don't know. It's like people say, I can't meditate with my own self. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, it's your life. No one else is thinking for you except you.
Yeah.
So why are you running away from it? So just, I don't know, just learn to be your best friend.
Yeah, and embrace it. So how long would you go for at the start?
Aim for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But it really depends. Like sometimes if I actually don't have time to meditate, I'll do like 10 minutes or just even 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But just teaching.
And right when you wake up, basically.
No, when I wake up, like I'll go to the gym, come home, have brekkie, and then my ideal situation will wake up, go to the gym, come home, eat, and then go straight into meditation. And then that's my day started. And I'm ready to, whatever happens, I'm just ready for.
Yeah. And could you see, like before we were saying, like our human brain loves progression. Can you see progression in that?
Definitely. I mean, I feel like this year for me has been huge in personal growth, whether it have been from stopping alcohol or coffee or meditating or just the fact of me growing up as a 21-year-old. But I think meditating has definitely made me a lot more calm, and I haven't had like a blow up in a while.
Like anger blow up.
Yeah, I just haven't been as angry because it just puts everything into perspective of like, what does that achieve? Like sure, emotions can get a little out of control sometimes, but then when you meditate, you have more control over it. So I'm like, I don't have to react to things like this. I can react to it with a bit of a rational and like a calmer mindset that is just way more successful with result. Yeah.
And I mean, it's like we said at the start too, like I feel like all of our generation of anyone that's in, like a lot of people that listen to this are like big into that action sports sort of stuff. It's like we're all fucking meditating every time we go to the track, and that's why like you crave it, like you crave surfing. I think that's why you get it. Obviously it ticks like you're getting better at something, you're getting the endorphins from the physical activity, but it's also like, for me at least, it's like I'm fucking out. Like I'm out. I've checked out all the shit that's going on. I'm done. Yeah. And that's the same with me with jiu-jitsu now. It's like I go there and I'm literally trying to stop a dude from fucking choking me. And it's like that takes a whole lot of concentration. And it's like for those 5 minutes, like I'm black, dude. I'm fucking black. I'm done. Like there's no me in here anymore. It's just that dude that's trying to figure out that puzzle. And it's like, again, it's the physical thing where you've got the endorphins, and then you've also got the progression that you're getting better. But I think so much of it is that meditative state that you find yourself in. They call it flow state and all those sorts of things. Yeah, I mean, you said it. There's no better feeling than just doing something and having kind of no thought around it, just living. Like when I skydive, I can't really remember what I think, but I just know that it was the best feeling. Yeah, that is crazy, huh? Where you're like, I don't really remember why it was that good, but it was just that, it was really good. Have you seen the movie Peaceful Warrior? Nah. It's a really good movie. It's kind of old school. It's based around like a gymnastics guy who, I'm not going to ruin the story. Anyone listening, definitely watch Peaceful Warrior. My dad showed it to me a while ago. What's it like? Is it like a film? Yeah, it's a movie. It's a film. But it's like based on like kind of a spiritual awakening of like a young man who's going through, who had it all, who then lost it all, but then like was told that I'll give you a short story. So it's a gymnast at college, got a lot of money, got all the chicks he wanted, best gymnast, had everything a bit cocky, but like he met some old dude that's in the movie, apparently based off Socrates, like the wise dude, the philosopher. And, exactly. So he met this dude at the gas station, and then the guy at the gas station was like, okay, what are you gonna do if you don't make the Olympics, or what if you don't do this? And this young man was like, oh, I don't think of that because I'm gonna do it. So it's like approaching everything with, my life's going to be the best when I get that result type of thing, and not actually living in the moment throughout the experience and journey of it. So it's just like a great movie of quotes and things. It's all about the journey, but there's one moment which is why I brought it up, was when this old guy, Socrates, was with the kid and pushed him off a bridge, and he fell off the bridge and he was like, ah, and then he asked him when he came, he's like,
what were you thinking? Like he came up, like, he's like, why do you push me, blah, blah, blah. But he said, what were you thinking when you fell off the bridge? He's like, I don't know. He goes, were you thinking about your job? He's like, no. Were you thinking about what you need to do? No. Were you thinking about this, that? It's like, no. He's like, exactly. You were present. You took the trash out. Yeah. You weren't thinking. You were in the moment. And that's like the most important place to be in.
Dude, I totally agree. I've always thought about it, maybe a bit too young for this one, but you remember when you would get like a floppy disk and you'd put it into your computer and you'd like defrag the hard drive? Do you ever do that?
Not really.
So like
maybe a little too
back in the old PC days, you used to have the floppy disk and like because your computer just like fucking stopped working because they were bits of shit really back then. It was like probably 70 meg hard drives and stuff. So you'd have to put this floppy disk in and then the screen would go black and the whole screen was like these little squares and there'd be all these like white squares everywhere in amongst the black squares. And then you'd see this thing just like scan and like slowly defrag all of these white squares out of the computer because that's all just like bits of shit. And then it'd like refresh and the system would reboot. And that's how I think about like meditating or training or any of those things. It's like that time where you like defrag your hard drive. Because like you can draw a lot of parallels, I reckon, with the brain and a computer. Yeah. It's like it's information in that goes into like a central processing unit and then you've got the graphics card which fucking makes the world look the way that it does, and some people have got shit that's broken and some people have computers that are slower than others. Some people like Elon Musk have fucking supercomputers in their head, so it's like it is like a computer. And it's like that analogy of like, you know, there's so much time where it's like you've got so much shit on your phone or there's so many apps open,
got so many tabs open.
Or I like to think too about like your battery life. Like your brain only has so much capacity to like think in a day before it needs to go to sleep and then rest. And it's like, if you've got every fucking app open, you're taking calls from everyone that calls you, you're looking at every like, you're reading every comment, you're watching this, you're doing that, you're like taking on board, like getting involved in other people's drama, shit. Just so like you're just taking in so much information. Like what happens to your phone when that happens? Like that's a computer. It just fucking shuts down.
It freezes a little bit.
And it's that's like cool. And it's like you've got to literally like swipe up a little bit and see all the apps and you just go fuck off all of you. Yeah. And it's like it works again. And it's like that's sort of how I think about our brain sometimes. And I don't meditate, but it's something I've looked into a lot, and you hear people talk about it, the people like yourself talk about it, and it's like a thing that you know you should do. But that to me is like whenever I'm training or whenever I do stuff that's like full just me time, it's like I'm just defragging the hard drive. I'm closing all the apps. I'm fucking going into power saver mode. I'm gonna make my battery last for the rest of the day, and that's the way that you deal with it. And I think that if you know, or if you go into it knowing that like, okay, there's only so many fucking apps I can have open. There's only so much music I can play, or there's only so much I can do with this hard drive before it starts to melt down. And it's like, if you know that like you need to manage that space, you need to manage that battery, then it's like you're almost halfway ahead in like kind of figuring some shit out. Because 100%. Dude, I see people like fucking my buddy Wadey, I fucking love him to bits, but he's got every app open all the time. His brightness is on fucking 100.
Same as my mom.
And it's just like,
he works so hard.
Yeah, and I'm just like, bro, you give me like anxious feelings when I'm around you. It's like, you've got to fucking close some apps, bro. Like you can't just run like this. Yeah, it just cooks you. Well, and then if you mix that with like bad lifestyle stuff too,
and you got to enjoy. You got to have at least one moment every day where you just kind of check yourself. Like, am I enjoying myself? Am I enjoying everything I'm doing? Yeah. Like, there's got to be a purpose behind everything. Otherwise, you just got to run in circles for the rest of your life. And as you know, like time gets faster and faster and faster. And so the more you're just doing these things that are unnecessary and you're not like actually giving yourself a bit of a checkup. Yeah. Like before you know it, like 5 years could go by.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And like this is me just kind of, this is what I'm imagining it could be, because I'm only 21.
No, but this is good. Like you need to do that shit. Like if you don't have any care for like what the next 5 years looks like, or the next 5, you end up in a place where you're like, how the fuck did I get here? Yeah. What did I do to get here? Yeah. And then you can't go back and change that.
Exactly.
It's like, it's good to have that thought ahead.
Yeah. Well, it's just, it's always, it's just, I feel like there's such a rush nowadays that everyone's like, they're just a rat race running in circles trying to grab their own tail without actually just taking a minute and breathing and appreciating the simple things of life.
Yeah.
Which is just literally so important. And it's interesting when you're bringing up the phones and the computers about the mind. I have kind of an interesting analogy. It's a little bit different, but it's about like with time and age. It's just everyone, like, I know there's so many people my age are wigging out like, oh, I don't have much time, or even like when they're 50, it's like, okay, I've retired now, and like life's, you know, I'm too old to do this, too old to do that. But let's just say I'm looking at my phone now. I've got 32% left on my phone. So let's just say humans on an average are like living up to 100. Huh?
I just got to
it's all good.
Yeah, I'm listening.
And humans on average, we live to about 100, or like it's getting to that stage, like 100% on an iPhone. So I'm 21, so essentially I've got 79% left in my phone, so I've got a fuckload of time.
Fuck yeah, you do.
Like, so, but like, let's just say I'm 30. I've got 70. Like you're on your phone, you got 70% left. You got a lot of time. You can open the apps that suck out the most time. I can Instagram for like half an hour and get down to 40%. That's a lot, you know. But why is people getting to like 30 or 40 and thinking that they don't have enough time to literally just restructure their life if it's necessary?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
There's so much time left.
That's what the one thing with when you're coming on here, because I'm like, I'm literally 10 years older than you, and I don't normally talk to people that are young, and I'm like, I wonder what headspace this guy's in. Like, you've got a fucking insane life, like all the stuff that you've got going on, and it's like, it would be so easy for you to be a fucking wanker and not have any, and I mean, you could be a good guy and everything, but like be a wanker in terms of like the future, and like, this will last forever. I'm going to be this guy forever. I'll just keep going. I'll just keep getting followers. I'll just keep like, but not actually having a connection to like the shit that you're talking about, like the real stuff, and like being grounded as a person. And I think that is the stuff from my experience, that it's like, that is what will help you as you do go along, because it's like, the more like stingy you can be with your time and the relationships that you have, and because like, I've wasted fucking years on people, you know, and I'm sure there will be people in your life that you will or have even, but it's like, to just be hyper conscious and like almost feel like over possessive about time and what you should be doing, where you should be putting your time, like, because like we're saying, like, I think that is the thing that bums me out the most, is when I waste my time, because you get to a point where you really do realize, you're like, fuck, like, it's like, my childhood's over. Like, I'm 31 and it's like, I'm not a kid anymore, like a full-blown adult. Like, I can't even flirt the line of like still being a kid, where it's like, you know, your mid-20s, 24, 25, it's like, yeah, you're kind of still a kid, but it's like, you get these phases, and it's not to say that it's like, that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but it's like, there's certain ways that you need to act and like acknowledge like what you have, what's coming next, and like make sure that you know what's going on around you, so it's like that time won't get wasted, because it's like, that's the biggest shame of all. And like, that's something that I've been thinking so much about lately, is just like, don't waste time. You don't have enough. And especially like when you put it like that analogy, it's like, you've got 79% left, and it's like, fuck, it's 79%. Like, if I'm looking at my phone,
I can play Fruit Ninja for like 2 hours,
that's bro. Exactly, dude. And it's like, I can see my phone at 79% and go, fucking hell, I'm gonna have to charge this bitch soon. Like, this might not get me through the day. Gnarly.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm just gonna do this fucking thing. I'm struggling.
Get that Uber. I'm such a terrible multitasker.
Yeah,
you can't. It's impossible to talk deep subjects while ordering an Uber.
Trying to do both here. Maybe not doing the best job, but probably not doing the worst either. This is that's what. All right, here we go.
There's a really cool photo I saw recently that I really related with.
It's so cool that you are thinking about, like, you would know, and I mean, maybe you've even done it, people that are in your social media, YouTube world, where it's, well, there's actually a couple of things here, but it's like their lives revolve around like, what's next, what's the best photo, like, why are people doing this, is this project's going to be the one that blows me up, blah blah blah. It's pretty refreshing to see that you don't sort of have that, but I'm assuming you probably went through that at some point.
100%. Yeah, I mean, I would put all my eggs in one basket and think that when I reach this level, I'm going to have this sort of feeling in return. It's happiness isn't a transaction. It's like a mindset. It's like you gotta really
cultivate it.
Yeah, you gotta you gotta put work in for yourself to really, like, you're not gonna get big biceps by not going to the gym.
Wanting big biceps.
Yeah, exactly. But like, and you're not gonna get happy by not doing the things that make you happy. So it's just like, I've got a limited amount of time on this earth, and I've been lucky enough to be in the position that I am to have all this opportunity. Like, there's no point being bummed about something if I can change my mindset and perspective on it to make it a positive, and either learn from a situation or grow from a situation, or I can run from it. But I always choose grow, because like, no matter what, you will always, like, there's no such thing as wasted time if you've created a new experience.
Yeah.
And so taking that mindset, you can literally learn from absolutely any experience, because it's all perspective and there's never nothing going on. And I don't know where I'm kind of going with this one, but it's just like, literally, yeah, I don't know. I just got myself in a circle of thought then.
Well, there is, like, we're sort of, the one thing that I always think about with perspective is like, we're sort of cursed with like seeing the world through our own perspective at all times. Like, it's really hard to be open to like seeing something from somebody else's point of view. And I think that that's one of those things where, again, it's like, it's just awareness. Like, you have to, I think that a lot of people are just, they're on autopilot and they're not trying to, you hear people like that are saying like, oh, he thinks the world revolves around him. Well, that's like what is going on in some people's brains, is they're literally like, they're the center of the world, and like every footstep they make, the world then moves around them. But it's like, I think that the happiest people in life are the ones that have accepted that the world doesn't revolve around them, that there's billions of perspectives taking place at every one time. Like, there's 7 billion people on Earth. There's 7 billion different perspectives of reality taking place every fucking second. There's just a new, everybody's seeing it from their own perspective. And it's like, that is sort of humbling in a way when you think about it, because it's like, well, what does my perspective, what does my take on this really mean? Like, you need to be humble, knowing that like, you're not right. You're not, because what's right to you is
wrong to someone else.
Exactly. So I think that's like that power of perspective, and maybe sort of where you're going with that.
I mean,
point,
the world doesn't stop if you're in a bad mood. Like, time goes on.
Yeah.
Time will always go on. I saw this thing recently. It's kind of on the subject, but it's, when a bird is alive, it eats ants. When the bird is dead, ants eat the bird. Time and circumstances can change at any time. Don't devalue or hurt anyone in life. You may be powerful today, but remember, time is more powerful than you. One tree makes 1,000,000 matchsticks, but only one match is needed to burn 1,000,000 trees. So it's just like, perspective.
Yeah, and duality too. Like, you can't have dark without light. You can't have hot without cold.
Yeah.
You can't have happy without sad. I think that's another sort of powerful thing too, is like, when you're when you are bummed, it's like that. The other, like, this is sort of changing the topic a little bit, but it's like, I think that people tie themselves to what they feel at the time, when it's like, you're not sadness. Like, you're Alex, you're not sad. You're Alex feeling sad, but you could also be Alex feeling happy, Alex feeling ecstatic, Alex, fucking as frustrated. Like, it's not, you aren't your emotions. And I think that it's really hard for people to make that distinction of like, okay, I'm not fucking this sad thing. Like, this is just an emotion that's sort of like sort of rolling through me. And it's like, you at some point have to be thankful for being sad, or be thankful for being in a bad mood, because that is what gives you the ability to be in a good mood. Like, you can't, and it's like, if you were like, if you do cocaine all the time, if you just did coke all day, every day, then are you really high anymore?
You'd be cooked.
But you're just zero.
Yeah.
Like, because there's a baseline for everything. It's like, if you feel completely nothing is here, and then you feel amazing is 10, and then you feel super shitty, that's -10. It's like, life just sort of operates on a spectrum, and it's like, if you're always super fucking unhappy, it's like, well, that's just your new baseline. Like, this is you. And then you can go down from here, and you can go up from there. So it's just like, I don't know, being aware that everything operates on a spectrum, and you need both sides of the spectrum for anything to exist. And it's like, yeah, it takes 1,000 trees to, you know, make a matchstick, but it takes one matchstick to burn 1,000 trees. It's like, that's the same thing. It's like fucking Stranger Things, the upside down. Like you need all of it to make it work. And it's like, sometimes just fucking embrace it. Life shit. It's just gonna get better. Yeah. And it's like, because it's shit, that's the reason for it to get better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to be down to look up, and you know, what was I gonna say? Yeah, you just kind of nailed that. You can't be happy without feeling sad. That's what makes us human.
Yeah,
like we can't. Well, there's no such thing as a superhuman. But
Elon Musk.
Yeah, far from Elon Musk.
So what's next for you reckon? Like what's on your, the DJ thing is something that you've been like going super hard with? Like is that sort of what you like want to do? That's your passion?
Yeah, well, I just starting from I've always had a passion for music my whole life, but only just this year have I really been like public about DJing and music production, and it's a whole new like world that I've been learning from being known as just the influencer kid and the YouTuber and the guy who makes videos and we got the followers, to then want to be known as for an art, for music and stuff. It's a whole different mindset, and I've just been learning so much. The music industry is so different.
Yeah.
Like I've had 3 songs that are kind of ready for like a couple months, but it's just getting them out there. It's so much strategy behind it as well.
Yeah.
But all that aside, like it's just so much fucking fun, and I just really love it. And so I've gotten my life to this point now where I'm working on 3 kind of core things. Well, 4. That 4th being the main priority, and that's just my mental health and my, you know, make sure I'm enjoying life in the process. But I'm focusing on my YouTube series, my videos, and my music, and my daily living, trying to build a company. Like just 3 things that I have to focus on that I really enjoy, as well as simultaneously working on myself, which kind of ties into everything because it's all connected.
Yeah.
And so I'm just enjoying the process of everything at once. So it's cool. In the past years, I've had a lot of like kind of unsurety with what I was doing and whether it had longevity. But with this, I just know if I continue working at everything I'm doing now, I'm going to be successful.
Yeah.
And that's just not being cocky. That's just being logistical, because I'm going to do the work. It's just like, you know, you make $1 a day for 360 days. At the 360 days, you're going to have $360.
Yeah. You
know, like just to put a kind of metaphor to it.
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. It's cool to see that, you know, because like you said about the whole tall poppy syndrome thing, it's like we definitely don't like people that are like really good at sports and then try and be a rapper or have like a big YouTube channel that want to make music. Like that's a hard thing to do, and it's very easy to go like, all right, this is the formula that works, I'm just going to keep doing this. But if it's not satisfying you, then, you know, there is really no reason to do it. So it's cool that you've got the balls to at your age to just go, fucking, I'm doing it, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, which is cool. I mean, I was in a kind of like a, with all my uncertainty with the longevity behind things, I was comfortable. Like I was making a lot of money through brand deals, and I was making like a lot of money through what I was doing, but it just like, I wasn't content, and I was always there wasn't that fulfillment inside me that I was kind of living up to my purpose. And my purpose is to create an example for people to then make their lives better for themselves. Like I want to show people that they can push through the hard shit, and they can follow their dreams, and just not give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I used to give a fuck, and I give a fuck about myself and my friends and everything. But when it comes to like
what other people think,
I don't give a fuck, because it's one, because I meditate and I only care about my own opinion when it comes to things that actually hurt my feelings. But also I'm just doing what I love. It's my life, and that's it. I don't know how else to put it. Yeah,
no, it's cool, dude. Was it weird going through that whole, like, you reached like a pretty weird level of like fame through the YouTube thing and the Instagram thing, and you're like the first generation to go through it. It's like, you know, pick a fucking career, like a famous singer.
Yeah.
It's like, we've got Madonna, we've had Lady Gaga, we've had fucking Amy Winehouse, like all of these people. It's like, we've seen it. People know. Then you get managers who know how to deal with them. You get, like, because the weird thing with YouTube is like, you're the producer, so you're the one that's like filming everything. you're editing everything, then you're the talent, then you're the person that has to do the YouTube comments and see the feedback, and then you're the person that has to do the brand deal, do the invoice, get the money, watch your YouTube revenue go up or down, deal with, like, it's a really fucking weird, like, job to have, and it's like a lot of pressure for it, like, between 17 and 21, like it's been for you.
And it's, I mean, there's so many different emotions that you can't handling at once, but the one thing that was kind of the biggest wig out was I'm editing my own videos, having to watch myself for 3 to 4 hours every single fucking day, and I'm also having in the back of my mind that this is going out to potentially like 1 million plus people of their judgments around me and how I'm acting, and I'm like, I don't have someone with me all the time to tell me, oh, I don't think you should put that in, or like, yeah, put that in. I'm just wigging out. Like, sometimes I'm like, is this me? Is this not me? Like, fuck, I'm in a rut. But you know, that's what's so good about having an editor now. Like, I just don't think about it.
Yeah.
He sends Jimmy, I'm like, yep, cool, change this, maybe that. But then I post it.
That's the one thing with this that, like, I'm glad you said that actually, because that's like the biggest thing for me. Like, I don't even listen to these. Like, I mute this entire thing. Like, I will never hear this conversation again after we do it.
It's like me with my podcast as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you had a podcast.
Yeah, I just do it here and there.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, I mute it and I just look at the waveforms, and then I change the camera, and then that's it, and I put it up. And it's because like I don't want to hear myself talk. I want to enjoy this, and I'm having a great time, like, learning who you are and talking to you, and the back and forth. That's what I like. Everything else, don't want to know about it. Like, it's super fucking weird. And then my biggest thing is that I never really wanted to be on camera. This wasn't something that I sort of thought was going to happen. It just worked out with moving back home and everything like that. And it's like, the biggest thing for me is the fear of, like, people thinking that I'm doing it for all of those above reasons. And it's like, fuck, like, how do you, but you can't control what people think of you.
Never.
But it's still such a trip. And then, you know, like, there's podcasts that I do with people that are fucking, like, big people, and it's like, you know, as well, that, like, they don't want to hear you talk, dude. They just ask the fucking question and let them talk. But it's like, because that's what the people, you know, somebody's fans want. But it's like, that's not what the person in the room wants. The person in the room doesn't want someone to go, how old are you? 16. When did you become famous for this? Oh, I did this. You know, it's not like, that's not a fun interaction for people, or to, like, force people to talk about themselves for, you know, we've been going like fucking 2 hours. It's like, a lot of people don't want to sit and talk about themselves and their achievements and
it's
what
like
they've
biting
done.
your own teeth.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's weird, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely like that whole thing. And I mean, I can't imagine going through it at the level that you're at, and the people that are watching you, and at the age that you had to deal with all that shit.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of shit happening at once through those stages, but it's all grown me to who I am today, of like a self-awareness and understanding of who I am. And now it's just like, now I'm so grateful and thankful that we live in a day and age that I can have my life on record, so I can look at it when I'm 70 and look back at everything I've done now and appreciate it. I don't know, like, if you, sometimes, like, surely you get on flights and your phone's in airplane mode, you got no other distractions, but you go through your camera roll, and you go through these moments of, like, reminiscing. You're like, oh fuck, like, life's sick, like, life's good, like, I've got nothing to worry about, and you just really appreciate it. But imagine looking at shit from 40 years ago.
Yeah, true, huh?
In video,
HD,
no generation has ever had that, apart from us, and we can then show our kids. And the thing with the podcast, which is really cool, is like, I'm going to have a journal of things and opinions and stuff that in the long run, I could be wrong about a lot of things, but I had this thought at 18 years old that my kid, when he's 18 or when she's 18, can think, oh, my dad thought this at 18, like, but he ended up in this position. So maybe what I'm thinking now, it doesn't actually matter too much. Yeah. Because life goes on. And, like, I'm going to learn more from, you know, shit that happens. Like, time will always go on. So just do as much as you can, have a document of it. And it's going to be, I don't know, I document for selfish reasons. Yeah. Did you find that that you got, like, had, like, a weird relationship with yourself then in that period where, like, you were looking at yourself for that long? Like, because I don't think it's natural to, like, even with me, like, I'll post stuff, and it's interesting what you said before about, like, the analytics.
like what I do now is like I'm just obsessed with the numbers because the weird thing, especially like I don't do a lot outside of this. Like I've got a really basic life now and I fucking love it. Like I stay in Burleigh, I don't really go too far, but it's weird because it's like, 300,000 people listen to that episode.
Yeah, crazy.
And it's like, that's 6 Suncorp stadiums.
Yeah.
Like can you imagine if you were in Suncorp Stadium and it was full with 50,000 people and like every one of those people were listening to you, and then then they like will leave, and then another like 6 times you fill out that set. That's people listening to you.
It's
for 3 hours.
Crazy.
It's fucking like I don't think that you can actually process that. Like I don't think that there's a way to like, because I actually, what made me think about that was when I started the podcast, the first episode that got 50,000 downloads of the thing. I actually went to a footy game and the thing come up on the screen. It was like 52,600 whatever, sold out crowd. So then I went on my phone and I checked the stats because I knew the episode was about to be at 50,000, and I looked and it had 52,000 something. Wow. And I was like,
universal moment.
What the fuck? Like that's weird. And then it grows from there and it's like 1 million downloads, 2 million, and you're like, fucking, it's weird. Like, so it's just, it is. And then then you sit and you're posting stuff and then you're like looking and you're gauging the response, and you don't really have too much of you don't have face-to-face interaction with these people. You don't have, like 100 of them might comment out of the 300,000 or whatever. Like you don't have the interactions. It's really hard to quantify. But you end up, that like, okay, the more people listen to this, the more money I make. It's like my reasons for doing it aren't for more people to listen to it, but it's like that's what it ends up being because that's the business. And then it's like I can have a better like this is my headspace. If I have more people listening, I can fly you in instead of having to get here and you paid for your own Uber. I'm paying for that Uber. Like I can have more cameras. I can have more like the product can get better. It's just like this game that you sort of get in with,
just constant progression.
Yeah, with the numbers. It's a trip, huh?
It's cool though. It shows you really enjoy it.
Yeah, but I think it's weird though that like the numbers that make it better are actual people. Like that's what's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm like, with my podcast, I'm like, people actually listen to me speak for over an hour. It's like crazy.
It's weird, eh?
It's weird.
How long have you been doing that for?
I think I've been doing it for a year, but it's so off and on, out of nowhere. Like it's just like sometimes I would just pick up my phone and speak into voice memos for like 20 minutes. Yeah. If I had a random thought. Yeah. Whereas now I'm trying to have a little bit of structure to it. Like I don't have anything in front of me. I'm just speaking random shit to myself. Yeah. And just like going on a tangent. But now I want to get people on here and there because it's really fun and I like it. Yeah. And just back to that documentation of it. I think there's so many different ways to document, so why not make the most of it?
Yeah, and I think that the other thing that's really special about this, like I've made some really good friends out of this, and I've had a lot of friends come on that I'm better friends with now, and it's like you definitely share something when it's like you're in here for a couple hours, there's no one else around, there's no noise, it's just the headphones, and it's like you can really listen to somebody, you can really talk to somebody, it's genuine in a way that is hard to find in day-to-day life, because I mean even now my fucking phone's gone off, I had to get an Uber. It's like that's the world we live in.
There's no escaping.
But this space, it seems like this is a bit of a sacred sort of space, and I think there's something deep down with just people in general where it's like the campfire effect. It's like the campfire's crackling and everyone's telling stories, and it's like that's primal, that's been going on since we had fire, and I think that this is almost like a mini version of that in 100%. A way, because there's no distractions and it's like solely based around conversation. There's nothing else that you had back then.
Well, I guess it's a form of tapping into a meditative state. Like you're completely present with your thoughts and having to like communicate with it. So you're having to focus all the time, and also listen and take in everything. So it's you're just present throughout the whole time. Yeah, which is cool. I think it's awesome.
Well, dude, I fucking really enjoyed talking to you. Yeah. You're a super cool guy.
Thank you.
It was crazy how it worked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so shout out your YouTube channel, Instagram, and let me know when your music's dropping, because I'll like repost it and stuff on it for people that listen.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
No worries. What's your details?
Oh, it's just Alex Hayes, ALEXHAYES.
And that's everywhere.
Yeah.
Go watch his YouTube shit, and yeah, I can't believe that you were the shark thing.
Yeah.
That was a fucking
Shark
trip.
boy.
Yeah, Shark Boy. It's so
The boy
right.
who cried shark. That was it.
Thanks for coming on, dude. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
No
Until
worries.
next time.
Yeah, dude. Whenever you're in Burleigh, just come on.
Yeah, next time.
All right, sweet.
Definitely can speak for hours.
Yeah, sweet as.
That's so different without headphones.